guys, it's Stephanie, the Midwest Seller. Happy New Year to everybody. I hope everybody is having a great start to their 2020. I know I am looking forward to 2020 and I can't wait to get started with some new goals that I have set for myself this year and in business and personal. So we'll talk a little bit about that. I am a full-time reseller on eBay and Poshmark, and today is New Year's Day, January 1st. So first of all, I just want to thank everybody for continuing to come back and watch my videos. If you're new here, thanks so much for popping in. I really appreciate you stopping by. I hope you do get to stick around and maybe go back and see some of my prior videos. So I just wanted to come out here and talk a little bit about a reflection of my 2019 and my goals for 2020. 2019 was a year of change for me. I definitely did a lot of things that I typically wouldn't have done. It was a year of, I think, a little bit of a growth for me personally. And, you know, it's a pretty scary thing quitting my job in April of 2019 to go full-time. Thankfully, I have the support of my husband, and he has a full-time job that affords us, you know, the health insurance and obviously income that we can depend on. I know some of you guys out there are just your sole provider. Courtney over at Common Tags, wow, she does an amazing job reselling, and I don't know how she does it, but I know she supports herself. So kudos to all those people out there that are doing this solely to support yourself without the help of anybody else. That's scary. That's really scary. So I just wanted to mention that Courtney has been such an inspiration to me, as well as Karen over at Lavender Clothesline and so many others. But let me go ahead and move on. So 2019 was definitely, I think, a year that I got my feet wet with being full-time reselling. I had been selling, you know, reselling since 2012, so I knew how to do it. It's just when you're full-time, it's a little bit different. You have to really kind of focus more on your day and trying to stay motivated, trying to stay focused. So it's a little bit difficult. You don't have a boss to tell you, do this, don't do that, you know, be here at 8, you know, and so on. So it's a little bit different when you're working for yourself to keep up that momentum, keep up that pace and doing the things that you need to do. So I learned a lot from 2019. So 2019, there was a lot of things that I did that made myself uncomfortable, but I feel like that is how you grow, is make yourself uncomfortable. There are things that I did this year that I typically wouldn't have done in the past, so it was definitely a growing year for me. One of the growth was starting the YouTube channel. I definitely have been having fun with it. It's a great creative outlet for me. It's a little scary at first, but you know, it's been wonderful. And I definitely owe that to Karen at Lavender Clothesline. If you don't know who she is, definitely check her out. She is such a firecracker, a go-getter. She's such a positive woman. She's such an inspiration. I can't thank her enough for putting out all those amazing videos that she does. And she was the person that kind of, I heard the push, you know, if you want something, go do it. You know, if you've thought about YouTube, just try it out. So I'm very grateful to Karen. And 2019 was also the year that I decided to stop taking on consignment clients. I enjoy it. Consignment clients are wonderful. You know, you get merchandise that you maybe wouldn't have picked out yourself. You learn from it because you have to research things that you maybe don't have access to. Two of the girls that consign with me, one lives in Chicago and one lives in Columbus, so they get a lot of things that I don't have readily available in my area. So it's always fun to, you know, see some of the exciting stuff that I don't see around here. But it was just getting to the point where the consignment was taking up so much of my time, the bookkeeping, keeping up. So I had to stop. I had to put a limit on the consignment clients. I had to turn down people. I was getting calls daily. I was getting emails almost daily with people wanting me to sell their item, which is great, but I'm only one person. You know, my husband, he does eBay when he can, but he has a full-time job, so it's just basically me, you know, listing and cleaning the items, posting the items, shipping the items, sourcing the items. You know, he'll do his electronics when he can, and he's got some other stuff coming up this next year. But being pretty much a one-person show, I just could not keep up. I couldn't keep up with any more consignment clients, so I had to cut that part out. I still will finish up with the consignment clients that I do. They're just wonderful people. So also 2019, I hosted my first Posh and Sip, which was the coffee edition. It was a 6-week series, so every Saturday for 6 weeks for 2.5 hours, I would go up to our local Starbucks, and I also met with a co-host, Alexandria. So the Posh and Sip was something that I was uncomfortable doing, but I'm glad I did it, and I grew from it, and I learned so much. Definitely a growth thing for me. It was something that I typically wouldn't do, but I wanted to push myself, so I got uncomfortable and I did it. And luckily I had Alexandria as a co-host. We had a great time doing that for 6 weeks. So also in 2019 I got my first hearing aid, so that was definitely a life-changing experience for me. When I take off my hearing aid, it's like everything is just kind of in a muffled, it's amazing. It's just amazing. So in 2019, my challenge was I just couldn't get everything done that I wanted to. My day is very choppy. Part of being a reseller is great because you do have that flexibility to do the things that you need to do. Perhaps you're a caretaker for somebody else. But one of the challenges in 2019, I kept hearing myself over and over saying, I wish I had more time. I don't have enough time in the day to get everything done that I wanted to get done. It's definitely a big adjustment, being your own boss. And my day is very choppy. We have a 10-year-old at home, so we do, I have drop off at school, pick up at school. 1 day a week I am the copy mom, so I do all the copies for the entire 4th grade. Every single day I go up there and help out with the recess duty for the kindergartners, which they're just amazing. So that's very rewarding, and I love it, but it is an hour of your day, and you have to drive there and drive back. We do karate, we do Girl Scouts, so there's a lot of choppiness in my day. It's not like I am 8 to 5 sitting at my desk. It's very choppy, so that is definitely a challenge. And I kept saying to myself, I just need more time. How am I going to get everything done? Because then you have homework and dinner. I learned in 2019, it boiled down to I need more time. How can I get more time in my day? So moving on to 2020, I'm very excited again with 2020. I think everybody is going to be very successful in 2020 and push themselves a little bit harder. I feel New Year's is such a great time to refresh and re-energize and just go after what you want. If you want something bad enough, you can make it happen. You have to have the right mindset. You have to stay positive. Staying positive is one of the #1 things that you can do for yourself. Don't get discouraged. Just keep at it. Don't give up. If you're a new reseller, just keep at it. So one of my #1 2020 goals is to increase my sales. I really need to get my sales up. I need to sell more. I need to make more money, and I had to figure out what can I do, to get there. I see people doing it. I know it's possible. I think, well, if somebody else is doing it, why can't I do it? There's other people out there that are caregivers to their elderly parents. There are people out there that are making a full-time income working part-time while they have their full-time job. So it can be done. I see you guys out there and you're so inspiring. I know I can do it. I just have to figure out how. So how do I plan on increasing my sales? Back to mentioning the time aspect. I always, kept saying, I need more time. I need more time. So I am committing to get up at 4:30 every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday as well. Sunday will be my day where I can get up when I want to get up. I kind of jump-started this actually the day after Christmas. I did start getting up at 4:30 just to test it out, see how it was. And once I'm up and get my iced tea, get moving around a little bit, I am motivated and ready for work. And it's actually kind of peaceful. It's still dark out. I have, this calmness in the house. I get so much done between 4:30 till 7:30 in the morning. those 3 hours are just amazing. I really like it so far. But it's a new habit. I think they say, you know, it's 30 days to create a new habit, so I'm on my way. So that is definitely going to be my number one thing I think that's going to help me increase my sales is getting up at 4:30 in the morning, which is a little bit of a challenge for me because I'm a night owl. So I will stay up till, you know, in the past, in 2019, I'll stay up till midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. So I need to force myself to go to bed a little bit earlier. Maybe I'm going to try for like 10 o'clock, go to bed at 10 o'clock. Then I think I will be definitely rested. By 4:30, I'll be ready to go. Another thing that I think will be my goal is to be consistent. I think that consistency in listing, consistency in sharing, you are going to see an increase in sales. It's a numbers game. So my figure that I would like to do per day is $100. I feel like if I could get to where I'm consistently selling at $100 a day, that's a good start to my year. We'll see how it goes. You know, 4 months from now, I might be increasing that. But to start, I'm going to try to do $100 in sales per day. So another goal for 2020 would be to network more. And by network, I mean putting yourself out there as far as meeting people that you might have some opportunities to get some inventory from. For example, last year, I went into this little, I would call it like a junk shop. It was more of a Sanford and Son type place, if you know who Sanford and Son is. And I was shopping around looking to see what I could find in there. It was just kind of like a big couple of rooms with just pretty much anything and everything, hard goods. And I asked her if she had any clothing, and she says, "Oh no, I don't really care for clothing. I don't like clothing. I like selling, like, you know, china and hard goods and things like that, things of that nature." So, I bought a mug. That's where I found the big hug mug. I've only ever found one of those before, and so I bought that for $1. And I got to talking with the owner behind the counter, and she was super nice, and so I thought, I'll come back here and see what she has. But when I got home, I started, the wheels started turning in my brain, and I thought, she doesn't like clothes. She had mentioned that she does clean-outs for estates. So people will call her, if somebody passes, if they've already had an estate sale, they'll go in and do clean-outs and such. Maybe go with her on some of those clean-outs and see if she would like to offer the clothes to me for a bulk buy discounted rate, some clothing and shoes. Basically, she said that she just, picks a few things. Basically, she pretty much just donates them and gives them to Goodwill. So I thought, well, maybe if I can network with her and maybe offer to come in and help her do the clothing and the shoes and buy the ones that I would like, and then I could even donate the rest and just to haul it off for her. That might be something that we could work out together. So, always definitely keep your eyes out for opportunities. But yes, I do want to network with other people, let people know what I do. So in our town, we have a Facebook group that's specific to the town. You have to live here in order to be in the Facebook group, and there's all kinds of moms out there that are always giving away stuff. So I might maybe go on there and tell people what I do and let people know that maybe I can buy their clothing items. So another goal for 2020 would just to be more active on Instagram, maybe do some Instagram stories. I've never done an Instagram story. But yeah, that is another goal of mine. Another goal of mine for 2020 was to come up with a more organized process, something that I can stick with. In 2019, I feel like I did a lot of bouncing around. Like, since I was at home all the time, I would just like take a break, throw in some laundry, do some vacuuming, maybe jump in the shower at 11 o'clock in the morning. I need to treat it more like a business, as if I was not at home. So, get your work done, stick to it. So I made a weekly checklist, I guess you would call it, and I will show it to you when I do my home office tour video to let you see that. But I just made a simple weekly checklist, something that I can look at, is in my face, and I'm just going to highlight what's on there when I get it done. It's just a real good place to organize all my thoughts, what I want to get done for the day each day. I think that will be very helpful for me. So decided to make bags for every single day of the week that I'm going to be photographing. I'm going to prepare them the week before with the number of items specific to each day of the week. Some days of the week I'm going to be doing 20 photographs. Some days of the week I'm going to be doing 10 because of some other things going on that day. So it's just going to be a more streamlined process for me. I grab the bag in the morning. Everything that I'm going to photograph is already in there. So it's all ready for me. There's no guessing. What am I going to photograph today? Oh, do I have to clean this? Does it need steamed? Do I have to iron it? So everything is ready for me, ready to go. And you'll see that also in my office tour video. And in 2020, I am, not going to compare myself to others so much with the reselling game. I know, we see everybody out there with their posting of the pictures of the packages. I think that's great. It's encouraging, but sometimes you kind of feel like, oh, well, wait, what am I doing wrong? How come I don't have 10 packages going out today? How come I am only doing 1 or 2 packages, maybe 3 packages a day? What am I doing wrong that they're doing right? And I kind of felt like, what am I doing wrong? And so stop comparing. I'm going to stop comparing myself to others. Everybody's in a different place in this business. I am not able to list 100 items in one day, and that's okay. My goal is to do 100 items listed in 1 week, and that's where I'm at with my business. Down the road, maybe, that'll increase. At the end of 2019, I actually did hire one of my friends to do some photography work for me, which was incredible. She did such an amazing job. So I would drop off 25 items at a time, and I kind of had to hold off on that a little bit because of the amount of money I was paying versus what was coming in. Scale back on that because I was paying, to have the photographs done, which was amazing because it was so nice to have photographs done and I could just be able to list. But I hopefully will be able to start that up again real soon. So basically for my goal for 2020 is to increase sales. That's the biggest goal I think for myself. And in order to do that, again, I'm going to get up at 4:30 every day except for Sunday. I'm going to photograph 20 items a day and list 20 items a day, 4 days a week, and then the 2 days a week I'm going to list and photograph 10 items. I'm going to share my closet 3 times a day, 8 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then the evening party. And I'm going to be sourcing 3 times a week. Tuesdays and Fridays will be local, and then Saturday will be my Saturday sourcing day for road trips. I'm going to branch out and take some trips here and there within driving distance to see what else is out there. And I'm going to try to focus on a higher selling cost, $25 to $30 or higher. Try to not have the $10 sales. And my process, as soon as I am done sourcing, once I get those items home, I'm going to process them, which means doing the laundry, steam cleaning, setting aside things that maybe need to go to the dry cleaner, and I am going to log them in as soon as I get home. I was doing that really pretty consistently, and then I kind of got lazy on that, so I want to get back to logging my inventory, my hauls, as soon as I am done with processing them. And as far as personal goals, which kind of ties into the business goals, because I feel like if you take care of yourself personally, everything else benefits from that. I'm going to try doing yoga at home. I have a yoga mat, and I have a goal to read 1 self-improvement book a month. I'm going to show you a couple. There was one, actually, this one is kind of a year-long book. My husband got me this for Christmas, and every day is a nice little read. So I'm going to enjoy this throughout the year, and it is by Cindy Spiegel. I guess it was a bestseller list. So I'm going to enjoy this throughout the year every single day. I'm going to have it right at my desk. In the morning, first thing, I'm going to read that. And the first book that I'm going to finish for January is one that I started in December, and I haven't completely finished it yet. But it was this book here. So every month I'm going to get a book. Anyway, I'm going to get a book on self-improvement once a month. And also, this is something personal, but also will help in my business to simplify meals, make things a little bit more streamlined and easier. I'm going to have, like, each month I'm going to have a simplified plan for meals. For example, every Sunday I'm going to do a crock pot meal. Monday is going to be our Mediterranean Mondays. We have a little grocery store down the street that has amazing food. Tuesdays will be Taco Tuesday, or Mexican food Tuesday. Wednesday will be leftovers. Thursday will be some type of casserole. Fridays is always our pizza day. So Saturdays will be our sandwich Saturday. We'll have maybe like I'm a vegetarian, but I'll make like maybe barbecue sandwiches, bacon, lettuce, tomatoes, maybe a chicken wrap, something like that. It's going to be a sandwich Saturday. So as far as my meals, I'll probably do a couple different vegetarian dishes on Sunday, and that'll last me through the week. I'll just eat the same thing over and over and over. I think that's just the simplest thing for me. That's usually what I do, is just make one big batch of something and then just kind of eat it throughout the week. And then on Sundays, that's going to be my what I call my free day. I can sleep in when I want to, get up. I'll get up when I wake up, which will probably be around 8 o'clock. And then that will be my laundry, to make a grocery list, go to the grocery store, plan food for the week, clean the house. I have to have one full day where I can just focus on the house. But when I first started my 2020 goals, I was thinking I could do 30 photographs, 30 listings a day. And I wanted to be realistic. My days are very busy, very choppy again. So I didn't want to set myself up for failure. We'll see how 20 goes. If I'm, doing 20 no problem, maybe I can increase it 5 at a time, and we'll see how that goes. I want to do another video on my numbers for 2019. I like to be transparent. I like to watch people out there on eBay that are transparent with their numbers, and I don't mind sharing that. And also, I wanted to say, like, I do my what sold videos, and they've been pretty small, and that's okay. And I don't mind sharing what I sell. I know a lot of resellers say don't give your secrets away, keep some things to yourself, and I don't share everything, but I share a lot, and I want to help people, and I feel like there is enough stuff out there for everybody to be successful. And I do want to also grow my YouTube channel in 2020, and I think it would be fun to be monetized on YouTube, so I'm going to try to work towards that goal as well. I know you need, I think, 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers, so I'm far from that, but I want to reach that goal. And I hope you like the video. I hope you like and subscribe and come back. Please share and hit the bell. Thanks again so much for watching.